Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. And we're starting off with Euro USD. Nothing really going on yesterday. We did get a bit of a move to the downside, and then we just went sideways. So we are waiting for data today, waiting for the CPI print. Levels we need to pay attention to is 099775 and obviously 100962, and in between all of that is 1. And we know that 1 has offered a lot of chaos over the last couple of weeks. So that's kind of the view. You can see here, a bit of a rejection off the top. We're still in an upward trend though, so for as long as we're stuck in between these moving averages, I'm not really keen on anything just yet. And obviously we've got data coming out, so I expect this just to continue today until that data comes out. And if the data is kind of as expected, we're probably just going to continue until we get political noise out the way with the midterm elections. So that's kind of the view that I've got here. This is a sit on hands, clear sit on hands in other words. Moving on to US dollar, Japanese yen, and pretty much similar kind of picture here. We sort of did have a bit of a rally and then a rejection, but it kind of bounced through all the levels that I was looking at yesterday. So just use this here. So I was looking at one of these tails as being the level, and you can see bounce through it, found support there, bounce back up, now back down. Don't trust this. Not really keen on anything here. I think wait for the data. If the data is good or even a hint of goodness in it, then I would expect us to reject this level and continue down. Trend is forming for a down, sort of forming as a downward trend. But if you look at the 15 minutes, you can see above the moving averages, and now we're below the moving averages again. So I expect that to continue today. It's just this whipsaw volatility up and down, up and down. Oscillators, levels, everything's just going to be really overwhelming on the dollar until we get the data out. So that's it on hands. Moving on to British pound, Japanese yen, and we did get a rejection, not at a level that I was hoping for. So you can see that was the range that we spoke about yesterday, and I said to you, well, just pay attention to that range. If it breaks the downside, we've got a fairly decent opportunity to the downside, and this is where your London breakout strategies come into play, and very good for most forex pairs, but in my homework, the pound tends to work out much better. So I think that's a little bit lower. Okay, so what you're doing is you're looking for the first 8 1-hour bars. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, first 8 at the moment because we've got daylight savings coming into play now. Sort of early in the year, it's 7 and then 8. So at the moment, you can see there was our range. You're looking for a break below. There's potential break there. You have a stop up there, and you're looking for the range target. And there's your first target. Then the 161 extension, your second target, and then you've always got the 261 extension, which is your third target. That didn't really materialize, but I often just play these two, the range and then this one here. Anyway, that kind of did play out. I'm not so sure we're going to get a similar kind of move today. I think what you'd be waiting for, which would be a wise move, I think that one's been tested, but you could still get a move up there. So pull back into this zone here of 167.317 gets us short, but we do have a bit of a flag forming here. So same scenario, I think. Watch the first 8 1-hour bars. You start breaking to the downside. You're looking for a short with a stop on the top and looking for the range target. And I suspect we're probably aiming for this bottom here, which is around 165196. If we do get above and you get a range break to the upside, you can see range break target is going to be the structure here, which is another area for a short. So if we do get up to this area, we're below the moving averages, we're looking for a short. Short just below the price action, stop just above it, and then you're looking to test these two levels to the downside. Moving on to Euro British Pound, similar kind of scenario. See, we had a block that we drawed in yesterday, and we're looking for a break of that. You can see we're just above the moving averages, nice crossover brewing. This is still a bigger range for me on the 8 hour, so I'd want to see a retest of this break, which would be fairly nice. But similar scenario here, first 8 1 hour bars, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. You can see we did dip below the 8, but I wouldn't be taking a trade to the downside on London breakup when we are above the moving averages like this. So I'd only be waiting on the upside. And if you were doing that, this explosive, you would have caught the explosive move. So you would have had basically a 240 point stop loss. But first target was hit pretty quickly, so it's a 2-to-1 trade, 500 point trade, which is up here. So pullback onto this area is the first area to pay attention to. That is 087858, and then deeper pullback to 087451 is the other one. Pay close attention to our oscillators here. We've got diversions from that swing low to where we are now, and they're separating. And when they separate like that and cross over, it is normally a pretty volatile move to the upside. So I'd be looking for longs here and looking for shorts on British pound, Japanese yen. It's pretty much what I'd be looking at today. Just want to just quickly drop down to the 15 minutes here. Nothing really else on offer here, so we need to just wait for that market to open. But there's a strong level of support here, and you can see it on the 8 hour as well. So what you could also do is just look for other areas on the 8 hour, and you can see that level there is another one. So you've got 3 levels. The first one I'm not too keen on. I think you're probably going to breach that at 087858. This one may offer support 087640, but this is definitely something I'd be paying attention to. 087456. Pull back and then another move up. That move to the upside target is going to be that area right there where we have already tagged. So we'll be visiting 088200 again. Anyway, that's my view today on Forex. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.